Alright, so this is my second video on how to beat every character in Granblue. We're going to be doing Ladiva today. So the next character I'll be doing is whatever top comment is, or whatever comment I see the most of. I plan on doing every character, like I said before, but I'm not really worried about doing it in any particular order. So just let me know in the comments what you want me to do, and I'll do that next. So with Ladiva, there's not really any buttons, ground buttons, you really need to talk about too much. Outside of her lights and with her lights and mediums, there's nothing I really think is important. Now with their heavy buttons though, is where interesting things start happening. So far heavy, a button that Ladivas will need to use, but can be a very devastating button to play around, where if you know how to play against it, it can be very bad for the Ladiva if they are just using it randomly without any real intention behind it. So let me go ahead and use it. So first off, this move takes forever to whiff. So you can always see it whiff and then get a big punish. Or I can just not. See how long I can wait. And get a heavy punish there. So with this move, another important thing to know about it is that you can crouch under this a lot of the times from a lot of ranges. So obviously if I was standing here, I block it. But if I'm crouching here, ooh, I blocked that one. I think I was a little bit too close. But right here, I'm gonna go under it. So you can get a big punish on this if they whiff over you like that. Stuff like that. Obviously I can continue the combo. I don't really need to show that again. Common cancels though. If you block this standing, then you are susceptible to getting the light lariat, and there'll be +3 here. But if you block this crouching, so say, let me I should fix my problem. So if you block it crouching, the lariat will go over. So I guess I'll go over the lariat real quick too, since I brought it up. So that's the light lariat. Let's do the medium lariat. Easier to show with this. So with all of her lariats, besides the unique one, you can duck under it, and then you can get your punish. So, like this. Oop, too early. Again, I'm not going to continue that combo. You understand, you get a lot of damage for ducking under this. What you're looking for when you're ducking this move, right? So let's show it again. Oh, I think I need to... Oh, it's too early, too early. Oh, it's too early again. Alright, let's try this one. I think it's a good one. Maybe I'm a little bit too early. So, let's see if I can get the actual thing. Might be hard to do. There we go. So you're waiting for this part of the lariat. So you see they do the slash over your head, and then the hitbox will go away really fast after this, and you can get your punish. So that's what you're looking for. Because if I go in there, well, takes a minute to get a button out after that. Oop. Get your punish for it. So that's enough about the lariat. Let's go back to our buttons. So the next button you need to worry about is the sweep. Just consider it a sweep. Another button that takes forever to whiff. That's 40 frames. You know, that's an incredible amount of frames. So for instance, this one is 33 to whiff. This one is 28. Your lights don't take that long. But this one is a very noticeable animation, so you'll react to it faster. And when you see this whiff, you want to go for your big punish, you know? Again, you do whatever you want after that. But you can't be letting the Ladivas get away with whiffing this button. You can't let them get away with whiffing the H. These are very important buttons to be able to play around and punish against Ladiva. We already went over the lariats, but the unique lariat has a few special properties. First off, oop, I didn't save her thing. There we go. So first off, if you block it standing, you get a hard knockdown, which leads into terrible things if you're playing against Ladiva. You don't want to be getting hard KD'd against Ladiva. So if you're blocking it, or you crouch blocking it, then they're only +5. It's a little bit better of a situation, but it's still bad. So with this move, you want to rather react to it with a DP or something. But the most common answer is you spot dodge it. You can get a big punish on this. Whatever your character specific punish is. Besides that, there's not too much else to talk about it. Let's see here. So we go over her headbutts now. So her headbutt, the light one is negative. The medium one is positive too. So usually, most of the time when they're doing this plus on block version, there's usually a gap. I believe you can spot dodge. Let's see. Oop, try that. So if you spot dodge really early or plus, it's kind of dangerous to spot dodge this move though, because usually if you spot dodge it a little late when you see it, you'll be even more negative. So I don't recommend spot dodging it. Usually I just recommend trying to DP it if you see it. Let's see. You can try and DP through it, or you can try and mash. You can mash if they do this one. Now, the one you gotta worry about the most is the EX. So this one's +3 on block, but when they do the other versions, so you can do 3 headbutts here. So that's on 2, it's -2, and on 3, it's -4. So the further they go into the more headbutts they do, the more negative they become. So you just gotta look out for it and be ready. You don't want to mash in between these. They can delay it a lot. Just be ready. So if you think they're gonna cancel on 2, it's your turn. So you can try and not let them take their turn back here, like this. I let go of block. Ooh. Am I not fast enough? So you can try and interrupt them. If you try and interrupt them on that one and they do 3 headbutts. Let's see. God damn it. And you get counter hit. And getting counter hit by this is really bad for you. So, I'm gonna do this. I don't think I really need to show you the combo. Just know that after they hit you with the counter hit there, they get a pretty nasty combo. I think I can actually do it. Let's see if I can. Okay, let me try that again. Oh! Try something like that. Let's see if that works. Okay, yeah, so I can get it. Alright. And that's going to lead to a lot of damage. You really don't want to be there. So just, it's obviously a big mind game, but you're going to have to play around it. Don't let Ladivas go crazy on you with the headbutts. And always, always take your turn back after the 3rd headbutt. There is nothing they can do here that's threatening. I guess I can go over the reversal now. So this is a unique reversal that they have. What you want to do, let me show you. So if you hit into this, you're guaranteed to get hit. And if you don't hit it, and you let the animation play on you, block it, it's an unblockable, so you get hit anyway. So against this reversal, you got to get out of the way. You want to rather spot dodge. You want to, you can jump. Oop. You can jump if you really want to. Be careful with it though, because sometimes I've seen that when you do a jump like this, sometimes you go over them, you can land behind them. Kind of matters on, I guess, momentum and things like that. Yeah, see. You can't end up jumping over them. So just be ready if that happens. You just want to do your cross-up button, and bam, you'll be fine. Still get a combo. I usually just recommend spot dodging it though, because you get your biggest combos off of that. So it's negative a ton. But this is just a move that you have to predict if they're going to do it or not. Really, if you walk up and you do a spot dodge immediately, it can be really, really, really positive. You really think that you know that they're going to do it. Anyway. So, just another unique move you have to play against. Is there anything else I wanted to really talk about? I guess I could talk about her knockdown situation, right? So, this is a cross-up button. This is the classic wrestler splash. This is in a bunch of games. But a unique thing that Ladiva can do with this is that her H doesn't cross up. And it kind of looks the same. You gotta be careful. So, if they knock you down, they act like they're gonna do the splash. And instead they do this, they can go, and then they can grab you. So be careful about them doing side switching jumps, because they can fake it. There's plenty of ways. Any button besides their light and their splash will just whip on cross-up. So this could be a really scary situation, because you don't want to be getting grabbed by Ladiva. Does a lot of damage, usually hurts a lot. I guess I'll talk about it, but it's not really something you play against. Ladiva players can do the simple input just like everybody else. So if you do the simple input with their command grab, it does less damage than if they do the 360. If I didn't suck, guys here. Ah! Don't judge my 360s. So that did 350 more damage. This goes all the way up to their supers. Their supers are 720s. So just know that if you're taking a lot more damage than normal, then the person you're playing against is actually doing the inputs. I mean, obviously, they have the command grab. I don't really feel like I need to explain it. You need to jump against this. You can also backdash, so... let's see. You can backdash it. Most people are gonna jump though, so if you jump, bam, big punish. So just look for your opportunities. If you really think they're gonna do it, you can jump. Obviously, there's a lot of like setups for this. So after their light, they can try and grab you. So they got plus frames. They can try and grab you after their close medium. They can even try and do this and then try and grab you, but it pushes you out a lot and really only works in the corner, so I wouldn't worry about that. Start paying attention for grabs after their lights and their mediums when they're close to you. And when they do 6-6L, this will grab some, right? But if they hit further out, then they'll have to walk up to grab you if they want to try and grab. So just pay attention to what range they're at. So if they hit you with the further one, they might try and do another one after. It's very common. They want to get you close enough so they can get the grab mix up, so you know that you have to be scared of the grab. So just know that Ladiva players will try and do 2 6-6Ls if they hit one that's far out. At least more than other characters. I guess we talk about the supers. I mean, there's not much to talk about it. Just know that once this flash happens, if you're not already jumping, then you're getting hit. So I'll do it real quick. I didn't record it, so I suck. Alright. So you need to be jumping. Then you just get your fake punch. Little thing to note though, if you jump kind of late, just know that you want to land with a button. Especially if you have like a really floaty jump. Just know that you need to be careful about it. You don't want to let them get away with doing this. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I want to talk about? I mean, not really, since this is usually really only a combo tool. I I guess we'll talk about jumping against Ladiva, because that can be kind of scary. See if I can get this. Haven't done this in a minute. Where's Ladiva? She's at the top, right? Yeah, top right. So jumping against Ladiva can be scary.
Great.
That was kind of tricky, huh? I missed it. You gotta be careful, because this, if you're in the corner, or you have them in the corner, you can get dragged all the way to the other side of the map. But you definitely want to be careful jumping against Ladiva. It leads to a lot of damage. It can be a really bad place to be. Just so much corner carry with this too. That's really all I wanted to talk about with the whole corner carry and big damage on jump attacks. I feel like there's something else. I guess there is only one more thing I'd like to talk about. So, when fighting Ladiva, your buttons are usually going to be faster. They don't have good ways to get in, and they're kind of slow. So, something that might come up a lot in this kind of thing is whatever character you're playing against, you might have to change up your game plan. For instance, with Vera, I don't have a fireball, but my buttons are far hitting, at least compared to Ladiva's. And I have a lot of options from these kind of ranges that she might not have access to. So obviously, you can go like this, get your plus frames. But if I was playing like Grand, for instance, usually when you play Grand, you want to try and rush in, you want to get the people to the corner. But against Ladiva, you can throw a lot of fireballs, you can try and zone. So in these matchups, just know that against certain characters, it's kind of character dependent. But how you interact with their tools will be completely different. Ladiva is kind of simple. Almost every character in the game can just kind of beat them in neutral. It's not always easy, but you usually win neutral interactions against Ladiva. Now when they get you in the corner and they grab you 10 times, it's a little bit different, but just know that you should change up your game plan against Ladiva usually to try and keep them out more and play against this range. Because if they're forced to use these buttons, go ahead. If they're forced to use this button and this button, then you can just sit here like, oh, whiff, you know? Get your whiff punish, bam, now they're in the corner, and then you can run your offense. That's really all I have to say about Ladiva. It's not too hard to play against her, but there is little things that you should really, you know, pay attention to and look out for. Especially letting them get away with these big buttons.